Is this thing on?
Is it working?
Is this thing on?
All right. Well, welcome back.
Jack has gotten so into this. The jacket's off.
The jacket's off. We're serious now.
We're serious now. We've got wings. The jacket's off.
Yep.
So here we are with more of the Jack and Neil show to
episode 6.
Brighten your day.
Yeah. And this episode we're going to talk about niches.
Itches?
No.
I get those on occasions.
Niches.
A lot of itches sometimes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So what a niche is where do you focus? Who do you serve? And Neil's going to eat in front of you, so that's okay. Pardon our manners for eating in front of you. But this week I was talking to an individual, and he said he does computer repair, and he's real good at it, by the way. And he said, hey, I said, who's your market? Who are you after? He said, well, anybody that has a computer. Well, Hazel Walker from B&I taught me a long time ago, when you say anybody, somebody, and everybody, that means nobody.
Come on, people.
That's right. So you got to get it down to what are you after? Well, it had some traction meaning sales, luck, success, with chiropractors. But he was afraid to limit himself to chiropractors, so he said, well, I guess I could go to the medical field. Well, I'm of the opinion that the medical field is not narrow enough. It needs to be chiropractors. And that way he can get a list, he can find out who he's talking to, there's associations he can go with. And it doesn't mean he can't do a dentist's office, or he can't work in a dentist's office or a doctor's office, but he can become known as the chiropractor's go-to guy for computer repair. And there's plenty of business out there.
Well, and I think that's what trips people up sometimes. It's like, well, if I just say chiropractors, then I've shut out a whole bunch of potential business. Well, the worst thing I think you can do is to shut out a bunch of potential business by not being clear enough so they can find anybody that fits you as far as that's concerned. I mean, just in India alone, if you were to work with half the chiropractors in India,
you'd be busy forever.
You have more than you can handle.
Right.
So that's never a big issue, and I find this a lot with advertising. When people are putting together an ad, that's where niche is very important in that, because people have a very hard time spending money on something and they're not putting every single thing but the kitchen sink in the ad. And sometimes we've got to include the kitchen sink. Because if we don't include it, then...
My Menards ad from the weekend had a kitchen sink in it.
It did. And how many pages is that? And how
10
much
or
do you
12.
remember from it?
None. Just the kitchen sink now that you said it. But
an effective approach is to pick one thing and run with it.
Right. And narrow it down. And the narrower, the better. Because if you could say that I'm specializing in chiropractors 2 to 5 years old, that would even make that niche narrower. And the narrower it can be, the better it can be, because people can readily think about that.
Well, and Wings Etc. is a great example where we are right here today.
Right.
They've called themselves Wings Etc. They're focusing on that. But if you pull up their menu, you'll very quickly see they sell a lot more than wings.
Right.
But that's what they're known for. And admittedly, they probably lose some business because there's some people who say, not into wings, therefore they don't come eat here because they think that's all they've got. But by the same token, if people are into wings, they're going to know, come here because they've got exactly what I'm looking for, and a variety and choices and everything that goes with it. And so immediately you may end up bringing in some extra people, probably more people than you would otherwise.
Right. And Mary hit the nail on the head when she said, get the mixer between the mild and the hot. These are tasty, don't you think?
Well, it's very tasty.
Very tasty.
In fact, I'm going to eat the celery.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just to show
jump right in there.
How good I am. What else?
Well, I just wanted to say that, about the niche, that a confused mind always says no. So get it as specific as you possibly can, and don't worry about the business you're going to lose because you do that, because that business will come to you anyway, and it'll come to you in the form usually of someone saying, hey, I know you specialize in chiropractors 2 to 5 years old, but I'm a dentist and I've been in business for 12 years, but I've got computer problems. Can you work with me? And that's what you want, is you want somebody seeking you out to say, hey, I know I'm not in your niche, but would you help me out here? And that's exactly what you want. So for episode 6 of the Jack and Neil show, that's it. I'll get it right one day. At our open house, it'll be right, I promise. So episode 6 of Jack and Neil show. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you.
Good celery, by the way. and ask us questions. Send us questions.
Send us some questions. Yeah.
AskJackandNeil.com. Go there, fill in the form, send it to us, or go to the Facebook page and pose a question. We want to hear them so that we can help you and help you to be successful, achieve what you need to achieve. Lots of dollars, lots more customers, lots more relationships, so we can push you on down the road further.
Yep. See you next time.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Are we taking a picture or we just...
I think we're just videoing a little bit of Mary
A little bit.
at Wings, etc. in Brownsburg.
Thank you for the wings.
Yeah.
So welcome.
We got some great
And the
wings
drink.
to have here and the drinks. And
Absolutely.
you come in, ask for Mary, and she'll take good care of you. Thanks, Mary.
Thank you.
You know, it's good. It's perfect. It's really good.
I like
Doesn't
it.
blow your head off.
No, it doesn't.
Tastes good.
Yeah. Yep. So we're taping now, so whenever you're ready.
Oh, yeah.
I figured you can edit it.
Yeah, I can. You're on.
There you go.
Is this thing on?
Is it working?
Is this thing on?